you know that Section 498a of the Indian Penal Code, a law intended to protect women from cruelty by their husbands and in-laws, have been a source of significant controversy and landmark judgments? The Supreme Court recently expressed grave concerns over its misuse. In today's video, we are going to explore Section 498a. Next is, we are going to check out the key Supreme Court decisions regarding this section. And finally, to understand the Supreme Court's recent reprimand to the government regarding this law. So, let's get started. Before we get started, here is what we are going to cover in this video. First, an overview of Section 498A of the IPC. Second, the reason behind the law. Third, landmark Supreme Court judgments on this section. Fourth, the Supreme Court's recent reprimand to the government. And finally, key takeaways and conclusion. So this is what we are going to discuss, and let's get on with the video. First, what is Section 498A of the IPC? Section 498A of the IPC was introduced in 1983 and aims to protect married women from cruelty by their husbands and in-laws, covering both physical and mental abuse, including dowry-related harassment. If a man is convicted under this section, the accused can face imprisonment for a period of 3 years and a fine. Second, the reason behind Section 498A being introduced. The primary goal is to provide legal protection to women who suffer from domestic violence and dowry harassment. It aims to empower women to take legal action against their abusers without the fear of retribution. Third is a few landmark Supreme Court judgments. The first case law that we are going to discuss is Preeti Gupta versus State of Jharkhand. This case highlighted the misuse of Section 498A by a way of exaggerated complaints by the wife. The outcome of this case is, due to this, the Supreme Court noted the need for a legislative review of the law to address its misuse. The court observed that false allegations lead to enormous social unrest and affect societal peace and harmony. The second case is about Arnesh Kumar versus State of Bihar. This case addressed arbitrary arrest under Section 498A. The outcome of this case was the Supreme Court has ordered guidelines for arrest, stating they would be made only after proper investigation and not automatically. In the order, Justice Chandramouli Kumar Prasad stressed that the need for careful consideration by police officers and the magistrates to avoid unnecessary arrests. Now the third case is Rajesh Sharma and others versus State of Uttar Pradesh. This case dealt with false complaints under Section 498A. The Supreme Court recommended forming a family welfare committees to scrutinize complaints before making arrests. The reason for this decision was to protect innocent family members from false allegations without due investigation. And the final case that we are going to discuss is the case of Social Action Forum for Manav Adhikar versus Union of India. In this case, the Supreme Court revisited the guidelines from Rajesh Sharma case, the previous case that I mentioned a few moments ago. The court stated that forming family welfare committees is not mandatory, emphasizing judicial oversight to balance the approach. The outcome of this case, the court emphasized that it's crucial to stop people from misusing the law, but at the same time, they must keep the law strong enough to protect those who really need it. This, the Supreme Court's recent reprimand of the government that happened in 2024. Despite the law's intent, its misuse has been a persistent issue. The Supreme Court has repeatedly pointed out the government's lack of effective measures to curb such misuse. The Supreme Court expressed concerns over the misuse of Section 498A in their order passed on 3rd May 2024. The Union Government they have asked the Union Government to consider the practicality and make necessary changes to Section 85 and 86 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita or BNS Act of 2023 before it comes into force. The bench consisting of Justice J.B. Paridwala and Manoj Mishra noted that minor irritations and day-to-day quarrels between spouses should not be exaggerated as cruelty. This emphasized the foundation of a sound marriage is tolerance and adjustment. The bench referred to Preeti Gupta case, highlighting that exaggerated versions of incidents lead to social unrest. The judgment was sent to the Union Law Secretary and Union Home Secretary for necessary action. Another example is Achit Gupta versus State of Haryana. In this case, Achit Gupta appealed against the Punjab and Haryana High Court rejecting the judgment and order passed by the High Court of Punjab and Haryana on 5th April 2022 and quashed an FIR and charge sheet filed by his wife. The Supreme Court allowed the appeal, noting that the allegations were vague and lacked specific instances of criminal conduct. The Supreme Court passed an order that emphasized the importance of scrutinizing allegations to prevent misuse of the legal process. Finally, let's discuss the key takeaways once again from this video. First, Section 498A is crucial for protecting women from domestic violence. There must be measures to prevent its misuse. Second, the Supreme Court has been instrumental in ensuring the law is not misused, maintaining a balance between protection and prevention of false accusations. Finally, the government must implement effective safeguards and ensure the law serves its true purpose without being misused. In this video, we have discussed the purpose and scope of 498A, notably Supreme Court judgments, and the recent reprimand by the Supreme Court on the government. However, this is my personal thoughts about laws such as Section 498A. This law is essential for protecting vulnerable people, but the implementation of this law must be carefully monitored to prevent abuse and ensure justice for all. By understanding the distinctions of Section 498A and the judicial stance on its misuse, we need to appreciate the delicate balance required in law enforcement to protect the rights of all parties involved. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future legal updates. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye-bye.